mo ni anti team na chi a ade a ye pe no yen sanka ohun ade a ye pe no mo anhwe ya yen sanka because o se nyina yetimi e one so obi de hihye ba na won ti ase a ehwa no aka ne nyina ya ti ase o da bi ene ade se nyina nyini se na nipa de hihye ba na o tra o kotra ba bi se ade no me kotro petition aba unni ho ene ye hihye ade no.
Welcome to 102.7 FM. La da da dee da 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 da.
No nine abo apa ho sima edu enso ewo promise 102.7 show no live ewo Facebook Promise Radio oyepa and Promise Sports. Yes, ebraso say ye dia kudie mu nsem ebramo enenso ya Trinity Highway Sports no nsia ene ebema ye mu so na news at 6 aba abeto aso ede amamu ye bekọ ama no ne ye wi a afisempi ewa ha yebedi ehun enkomo the Black Stars of Ghana attach it down ewo kotoka we no eye Kumasi yes Prempe yes international airport. Oh nice menemu ka say ya no training no eguso ekoso ewo Baba Yara Sports Stadium ye update ewo the Black Stars of Ghana womu training na womu ho ye were exclusive ewo Accra Hearts of Folk womu MD 707 enetie what is said Delali anko adiama tu kwan bi so beba bi so ma update ni krasa enetie ne ye wo ho exclusive aye emamo ewo dwumadie ni so Kumasi Asante Kotoko players no edinkomo ahead of weekend gamer etodwa ewo Ghana Premier League ni mu ye de ho nsem ebremu ewo fie ene amanoni nsem ayaboabo no na nwumre ye ba abedi eho enkomo no nsia ene ema emuso do messages eba ewo Facebook at Promise Radio at Oyepa and Promise Sports eba yebe kinkan edi ama eni entena 102.7 Facebook afi live on Promise Television ewo digital ne telestra decoders ne so ye di show no every studios ebremo Clementino the darling boy joining me ewo studio. Tino.
Yeah, solo.
Good afternoon, evening.
Good afternoon, good evening. Ninyina ye.
Yes.
Na bokode.
Nyame adom bibia ye fine.
Sure.
It train to ya inya cheswa.
Very good, very day. Kakra.
Yeah.
Last time I bedru.
Yes, o ma bedru.
Timura hwana.
Yes, say baba yara. Omo ye training no kra. Training ni buso e course ntino.
Okay.
Yes, your update kakra e wa hanuma ye de be ma ti for nya hwefo. E wo show ni so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Samba so I ready.
Yes, Samba say Kotoko team no bia ye ready. No Samba no particular ye ready. Team na ye ready. Ntino weekend the gamer omo ene Karela bebo no. Bia hwe omanim say ombe deliver e de amakuma ase Asante Kotoko fans. Ti Samba nsem odi tu dwa no.
Angola for mo bada bay.
Angola the chartered flight ena eba. Ye hwe ni mu say ene ena ombe touch down e wo Ghana because nyame ya adom ochena mandatory training no ebeba so ntino ye expect Angola e wo Ghana ene dua ya na omo a fly to Kumasi na afi wo mo aba abeto ahomboabo ane so ti ene na Angola team no ye expect so mbeba be pim wo Ghana no mato ahomboabo ane so
na ha sa asem ni ho na asem no
say no close sources unse e can close sources ane say we no obi a oben ensem na ye kan no ena ahispa gu asum say Delali kono ko UK no Heart of Folk day release by say pressing family issues being tin okoye no close sources such as say no kra ana say ensem ane nam say Delali omabiem no no kra bi wom yes ura na ni nche Heart of Folk kra na krofo bi Emma ejuma no oye no
sir after that story number 2 John make has the release by omo can say
has release no mo say has say obia and disregarding news are circulating was system him say omo MD no ejaye ejuma no ho e no tu kwan pa buchiri na MD no omo Heart of Folk ene man kwan say on tu kwan ko amanone ni nyina ne say our pressing say no mo isu no pressing family issues I was say or attended to no man kwan so onko UK nti MD ne be sign aba eno ye release a Heart of Folk yes but ye rem ene ma e koso pa behind the scenes no tino enye likely so run no be returning to the club
na da wa share na pa ho ana
eno de Heart of Folk en na omone ne yes an hye no but on say league is at weekend e was en kasamre MD wo Ghana na ototo nema e de ma club no
se jibo ni held na chi agent ye adwuma nti ana TMD ni ho ana e be start league e de ne ntifu ni ho apagafo hold na chi beja
se jibo ni ho a hold na chi agent bia ye bia no ye friend bona mane o se munye ni se ana
na has de no den na che se MD no
close source na se enema Heart of Folk ye na MD ni nyebi
onye part
David se onye part
okay
onye part
menya nan kama makuru ana pare me but mo say yenkodia cause mo say the boys with teeth, sharp teeth on yes aramaka no ene kakra mo bo guru has here eso de utwa metwa nti monya steady good nti now so Facebook you know na yantinsim
Facebook handles no Promise Radio ena Oyepa and Promise Post Promise Radio Oyepa and Promise Sports eho ena okwa ubenya show ni bi ahwe ewo Facebook na ade wa twenkyere e de aba e de afa ho
ti ade no kwa ansa mugus moni abre mo yo since to go by no
yeah
2011
yes
so 2011
yeah
tie na ye several managing directors MD
yeah
okay
separate Princeton na to be by na no ye adwuma
ona na wo ho
anti oye adwuma and
na na betu no
yes Neil Armstrong by
na Mark nso betu Neil
yes Mark Noonan by
na Fedek mo ko share
Gerard Ankra e shemu ho no be
yes Gerard Ankra dinkra ni ha
yes Gerard Ankra shim
you see the media by 6 into Gerard dey no be my 7 no
Ebebrosa because me list no de ma
Fred Kenson they were here Fred Neil Armstrong Mark Noonan Frederick Moore Vincent so the tea so be interim
so do te be interim on say within that period na JB and so be general manager or no dey man MD no but be general manager of House of Folk anti honorable Vincent Sowodo Tedi oye interim oye adwuma no on interim basis as the MD of House of Folk and sana Ira JB so ba be general manager after JB no I sabe vacant na can be ne Odote na eye adwuma na alongside eye Togbe no and o mo appointed Delali Anku Adiama eso me hwe akiri into her list na Fred Crystal in order of adwuma yes and I said your moba appointment next year no Fred Crystal, Neil Armstrong, Motagwe, Gerard Ankra on say Gerard Baye no I free hona Mark Noonan Baye and Sana Frederick Moore Eba and Sana Ira Vincent Sowodo Tebe interim no and Sana Gerard Bernard Jebi and so Eba and Sana Anku Adiama take over
nti okay so say me cry there Gerardine in here Gerardine come be 7 and 8
yes
so the we need there
me say ne o kan MD how to focus within the period nti e ka ho 8
okay
yes
okay
nti no say o strike average say Togbe take over say 2011 nti 13 years ni o hinkese be fa crowds of folk ena o de Anku Adiama be shim na the Ira Vincent Sowodo Tebe interim na say in total 8 managing directors and general managers and how to folk ni o maye adwuma tino mpacho ate ase enti o average na e kire say season bia ne be 6 months how to folk appoint new MD from Togbe ebae ebesi Samri
kofa ba na baba Musa ne bia na ko so ne kwete ho se opanyine checks chese bia na wa amba ko for so pan that day na no abai die
and I had to
de nyama tena se na Musa se
de nyama no se na de na abai amuko
san ene wo hwa ohwi mu no wa ha abenu abetum krobi do se betum denya
over
sanu mo ka
o musu mai den over ya me mu awo mu why am say me mu awo
okay
so ana ko fa ba say Anku Adiama o ma biem and I had to folk be di bank here no de lete eto and he say rewure mu adoso ko and he say dey aba biem say ade na asem na danger man kan no
asana krobi she baby
anti ukobrofu ma you can say close source deep throated source grapevine sources na say
you the way you su advertisement
say the one I tell you go yi
advertisement pa o
what you swear
what
you swear
ya bra ya be bo yi akoyi bo ja ye bo akọ
no brofu wala achechire mi ti wa daruma mami yusu kakra ntino nti sources no ena ese ka kire say jise bibi dramatic isi because ora no nya willing say obe return to House of Folk adwuma no adwuma no ye MD no brofu mi efre bibi periphery sana izo o maye no House of Folk as ye de na tare ho na ye adwuma no
simpa panyin
ono na nka wo so ye
fikasa no
so ofa say on say enye say bia on say wo de me no ye adwuma ya wo say go high better na me no production bi o kwala ma for me wa solo na bia makosa me ho on say your adibe friend privilege and I have a privilege of a voice yentimi mo manenye basa men kaje sem fama na fama wo
da be no de so be de wa bo ntimi mo eno kra de ja
no we da mi no e da fasa no mo so de ahim ban o esa ho money no o mi ni no I don't permit the whole me ti ara ti de yes sabi akumi
asema
but a smart guy I like him voice bia be tie ni de yi na on sa na pana time push me say me ntimi nsikire nka because a privilege esa na o kire bi wan hwe ya na say but your friend say Andy
Delali
Anku Adiama so obabe adwuma ni bi me de me tete ni de because either I jump before you push me or
yeah ma fam adwuma ma say me CV I sack myself.
So
yes,
because offer come to think of it, you have started season. I started around negotiation for players. Edu baby no ojaye. Edu baby ojaye. Edu baby no he was not doing the negotiations again.
So Parado na later will take you over.
So that should give you an idea. But also what the mention now or the justice be designs be by
Owahan.
Oh, offer. Asem no, who say maka jesi asem na be kan has jesi nyama ye or the justice be designs by any home some be a war home cost maybe a free by any or other things. Who say House of Folk has an experience as far as justice are concerned. And now me know what I say. House of Folk over 5,000 umbrella justice sitting in their office at the secretariat. Which were not sold. Meanwhile, House of Folk bought them. And say now ko trouble chairman anim na ko ka jesi sem na say enya one that edisi kaiba na de kabeba wow. The MD is paid very well. One of the well-paid MDs. He said, "I'm saying we football person in China now corporate crown or obetima can be." So much was or well expected or expected.
Club C said they are not ball player, but say motivation and idea. I can't so we league na bejena yama 3 billion and 4 billion.
And continue to preseason. The MD should have been there with them.
Yeah.
Preseason. I'm going to Oh,
so Wankobia.
David.
So Wankobia. Nasa oh.
Dear me no by a league in neighbor chassis no high, Yamabu house, or card with really being one to but and Katogo Nidia. Wankobia and you bet my
venue for the preseason became a problem. Okay, Akusiana.
Very good.
It was an issue.
I know for him by. I don't know if you coach inside. Now, so preseason. Coach also the or term direction and I'm
mostly ana coach.
Yes, Jaima coach no be
elsewhere no. To say Okwabrocha Liverpool Manchester United Manchester with me decide so per se afi preseason or you Asia
because of yeah and the fan base
yeah hano they are mostly coaches no NSP head the decision of choosing a venue for their preseason, but other clubs so based on other factors now the omo club na timi e so ye be kwa no but we there uhwemu ye pa na club decision so coach ni decision
solo one thing you should understand Papa Bia Watahu program pa a former MCA for Asin so honorable yana nidino minu so de bia awie kra na
Asin fa
ono kra Asin central na Asin wo central in north ni sa
Asin
na Naija no mafo
okay
na Naija no mafo one way aficionado of this station your program bia ono ye na ye na ono de bia o se emfato ho na ya na yaye no abrochire ni Ghana de no ya na ompe because your environment no any your culture and your way of doing things no ya na ededa nso kakra because baby asoro e kan wofa Manchester United be preseason wo US for commercial purposes so as I serve as revenue generation exercise, so the team is training getting ready for the season all right but I say di nyesika Liverpool be choose some be ko Asia for commercial purposes and now you can say ye nyina nim say preseason when Liverpool ko US me boa
yeah
but next one we ko Asia
and
how they know and yes say e be so an say that ako Carter bongo tu of one is agro ni bi da we the man tren class kra
edibio anto actually
I know ko David the plan and these things are done by the administrative staff which in Ghana here is headed by, for instance, somebody like Andy
Delali.
So what I say, me say, we are how many days? 4 days.
4 days
away from the
Saturday,
commencement of the league. House of Folk nim Jesse on mission. And
nani one for Jesse Amba ana
house the Jesse Amba. I am confirmed that the preseason.
No official.
That be
official.
Na me mo ba ko my phone so. I've seen
but you see I want to also believe that Samri Ayeka say
you know parent kasa wa hama kasa omo benya anane ya
kasa say everybody be fe pa but away.
But you see, on say in Americano, I also want to believe say Samri also has to focus presenting team JC at the Ghana Football Association. A requirement in it before the start of the season.
Now we aware some of the code.
I think America say we share time frame na league, you know. This Aka was a bull league in India. I was a Samri or JC some best.
Not only Lagos City is there, but now it's an
answer. Who said the tennis say? And yes, I was a Jesse in bedroom and sana or the Akoma or the Ama FNO. A Jesse designs no was season way measure red home measure yellow away. Me goalkeeper 1 measure way goalkeeper 2 say the socks says aha. And to say house of folk any Jesse designer then colors burn on the coin.
No, but you see house of folk omumre Asante Kotoko omumre. They know their colors. No one between FN say red with green dominated and a blue and white dominated. They are white with so you are difficult. So I say presented the actual justice now. That is where you have a problem.
Yeah.
And for me, many board member back kasa no pay. And he maybe say so when was it just about this
but seriously sir I feel has I money there.
Was say staff no MC.
Danger no
Often make kind of culture say say
last season you ever started season na house of folk the bar one thing say omo abetwa omo JC
and last season
there no how to folk na dey produce omo JC
no the same ambro no tune
there be now no ambro them
and no some dey has
omo na print omo JC omo betwa omo JC no
and na how season we nanka omo kwakwa you see where the problem is obeka say no panameka say sir yes, me nyari.
Ese teaser no one do. Teaser no one do.
We go pension we come here dey find.
Yan come fakaka tu jabra.
O say conversation e basa no so no e twa so kwa ma no ne e cha. Ti no ti na mamu boso. Mamu boso ne emra sesia na ye meto aso yes aha nti no. Ye kwa ma no ne na ya beto heart of folk en common so Ede amamo ewo dwumadie ne so na we no quick one ye be si form sesia na dwumadie no ato aso ede amamo de etenie anopa ene beto dwa ese uko Kenya Olympic marathon runner ani din enso ede Rebecca Cheptegei Olympic games a course na anu ede otumrika ede ma Uganda mino yesi ne boyfriend atwaja atonimu Tino, ama ababawa no ye de na call hospital ama doctors a confirm say when your base 80% on the body will receive treatment na awie na ne papa ababonten abekasa owura ni di edi Joseph Cheptegei wono na Rebecca Cheptegei wo ne papa no de atodwa esa brantie na wodi sane amon hu sem no wo si ono de ne ba no be ka che no ese na saase bi eda ba bi a be ma no ne kotwe mpena mre bi ni ade no ho ntokwa na aba ento so mo ko asase ho papa eno eka bi nei abrante na di sane amon sem no no se bebre na akra gidi ese aboba wa ni mamienu a wawo mo no one abrante na we ose da bi enye no kre empratwe kakra bi na bo mo ntem na kasakasa siye na enkoda ne kra Rebecca Cheptegei awo mo no enya ade a eyesa abrante na wakotwaja ede atonimu yesi ex boyfriend eno no as I say owura ne tindi Joseph Cheptegei wo cheche nsem ni ma wose ono de wo gidi esa asase ho manso bi a eda ne ba no ene ne ex boyfriend ntem no eka obi na ama abrante no etwaja ede ato ababa anmu a say there sad news edema Rebecca Cheptegei on the screen so Summer Olympic Games across so no tumrika edema Uganda wo mo man no emom owo Kenya background eno enso any dey free wo eba na the tennis yes police for afa abrante na wo kodi sani amon sem na say there wo mo etoto owura no ano na omabusa ne de adwen be pa eba ne tirima na hotimi eseti obi on fire na watwaja na chese se on hinu onwu ano ade no enje say the branch no akodi police for ensemo eno enso eni je free ho eba ye de mamo wo dwumade ne so Mauricio Pochettino why verbal agreement say US of A national team adwuma no mema ne je no wɔbɛgye na wayɛ na wonim sɛ yɛwura mu international breaker report a ɛba ɛne sɛ week wei a ɛna Mauricio Pochettino officially wɔbɛsign contract no wahyɛ ne dwuma ase ɛde ama US wɔn men's national team since last season a season ba na wie na Chelsea ɛwɔ ne nkonsa esi nkyɛn a sɛ deɛ oni dwumadie bi a sɛ wɔn US men's national team no ɛna ekodi dwumata sɛ Greg Berhalter wɔn ɛpam no efiri sɛ dwumadie no ho ɛno ɛyɛ Pochettino die ba nti weekend yi Pochettino ɛbɛhwɛ ama US men's national team no wɔn ɛtumi abɔ games a ɛno ɛnso ɛne die free hɔ ɛbɛ ɛdema mo ɛwɔ dwumadie no so Victor Osimhen ne unveiling no ɛwɔ Galatasaray sɛ ɔho bi yɛde image ni bi bɛto so ɛde ama nana wie player ɔkasa ɛde fa Victor Osimhen ne deal to Galatasaray no ɛyɛ Manchester City player a ne din de Ike Gundogan na wonim sɛ Ike Gundogan de ato dwada ɛso ɔno ne yere ɛne ne mma ɛne ne busuafoɔ ne bi wɔn nyinaa yɛ Galatasaray wɔn fans ento ɔte sɛ Victor Osimhen ɛkɔ a ohun sɛ masa udru airport no mo wura mo ɛwɔ Gala Turkey na enkrofo abɔ kyenku ma brantie no entimi nwram no ɛna ɔkɔ ɛyɛ social media ne so entity no bɛhwɛ Ike Gundogan ɛna a reply to Fabrizio Romano ne tweet ɛsɛ Osimhen is flying to Istanbul na when you tweet or sign it to Instagram ɛna Ike Gundogan say wow crazy na ɛsɛ ɔgidi ɛsɛ kwan a Galatasaray etumi afa so enya Victor Osimhen ene kwan a wo mo bɔgye ne so ɛwɔ kromu wɔnom no enya asɛm ketwa kra enti we intense Ike Gundogan ɛbɔ ɛdema Man City a wɔno so express wɔno so ne feeling ahead of Osimhen ne deal a ɔno so konyaayɛ ɛwɔ Galatasaray ɛwɔ Istanbul a ɛno so ɛne de free wɔ ɛba ɛdema mo ɛwɔ dwumadie ne so Chelsea right back Malo Gusto your friend to France under 21 squad eso mrananka omesi akan emfa mom yesi player no e pull out ne nyina ne so de atompanyimfo anim ese wanya tie injury enti ontumi enkonkosi akan emfa ma France womo under 21 na wa return to Chelsea womo eboboko animo AC Milan yeshe season ase Paulo Fonseca 3 matches 3 points on winning game pressure about it so na we already did Giorgio Ferlini where AC Milan CEO where they are to just say oh as they said they answer obi e kan Fonseca send Fonseca no AC obetum they to just as a club ni fully in support of Paulo Fonseca or say omo ye happy with Juma or ya ni preseason no na no mu gidie ese enema bekoye edi amomo no mo he ni musenka 3 games no wo menya 9 points ne mo manya wo mo he se games e di omanim bibia ebekoye edi amomo na omo enso atumi afom ntoma pefre no eyensem owura ne dini Giorgio Ferlini wo de atudwa AC Milan wo mo boboko na so ye Manuel Ugarte esema Manchester United no afena why the first press conference and I said the first interview our United Bobo Konimu na Manuel Ugarte area tudwa ese Manchester United Bobo Kono a legendary football club na the tennis ono baby a okobia no o di Manchester United a chinka kakra e say a massive club na one of the best teams e we say or say a dream come true the man players e dey bia dream come true entina ni so adihunu ene say na obesi akan e di Mama United a dream come true e the man we very happy e say waba na wabe joining Manchester United the first interview no except ni bi na ye dem amamo eno no Enzo Maresca and I confirm say Jadon Sancho say the only Chelsea team no womo omo to me anko international assignment training Kobam no they atuja SM next weekend Chelsea game womo ne Bournemouth elbow Premier League no Jadon Sancho ebe making a debut at the amateur Sibobo Konano Orani Din at Enzo Maresca in Samoa what they are to draw at Afa Jadon Sancho ho Natino Diamdi no unim say player ni din at Steve Bergwijn Osia kind ma Ayas Wakosan you at Al Ittihad was Saudi Arabia no and a Ronald Koeman our manager Edman Netherlands one man no what did you just say or taste as them who dream the papa was it na player over 26 years I was see across Saudi Arabia akobobo de and say anya sporting decision o and say anya sporting reason ti and okwe na emom sika and odi akire ekosan sadio no also what 26 years now bobo ewo Europa also focusing on football now ono di ojitum as a player say ko Saudi Arabia ni nyina players o ma pass o mo prime ho wo ma bobo na edu ba bia also munya ska no makọ jisika kakra ede egu ni bottom na o see Saudi Arabia on ko ha sika enye bobo into atise player we ko no de nyamianum no krani ne ho dwiri no na ye no wanwa ese players ne caliber me Steven Bergwijn akọ sign ama Al Ittihad enso kosi akan ede amomo o see at that age onu Ronald Koeman onye chese on take his decision no enso obeko Saudi Arabia akobobo we say 26 years there e bi form and I say more years ahead of you betumi ede abobo ntino player ne kwa okọ ne bonyo so na mom ontimi kan sempi emfa ho Ronald Koeman and somebody to Jaffa Steven Bergwijn deal to Saudi Arabia no agina so yete amano ne nsem na se na anwumre ewo Highway Sports so 102.7 Promise Radio show no to aso ede amamo
2 years after na dey anwo na be si wotrim don't see
say ni sika asemo
sika de nipa bedru akire wa na machi sika de nipa bedru akire
sika man so aye twen
entweden
amare wa
kan nyame
odo akodi obi man ntino
was it 26 years
Steven Bergwijn quality ad Ronald Koeman so odwene won ti ase players am de omo
osala kra wo 30 plus no odwene se bi obde 1 year bi kra be ka ho on the wedikai
Debbie or say he could have just stayed at Ajax, right? I'm pretty sure Ajax are paying good too. At his age I wouldn't make that decision. If you are 26, the most important ambition needs to be a sportive one, not a financial one. Bruni Adwin, Steven Bergwijn will be before background across say. So on fear do nunsia now boboa. It was a decision be out taking on. The a bit dimunt into mine. I was a bono and our money here name Minyeska. Because 26 years they were from Papa a player who be this sketchy. I was our age in a auntie. Ronald Koeman some more to ya. I don't know. Yes.
Yes, I need him.
I need him. So no say or techie background and also our German background. And to us in a year in a mano and in a family ni being like Galatasaray fans. Intina massive. Also on we drew baby crana Galane Fenerbahce boa. Obi okron friend here in so person me do ba UK weekend or Timika Jense Massa. Galatasaray bobo member. Me name money for so mun nyina Gala fans so mun di ball one grow to who say Osimhen ura Istanbul na
wow crazy
our reporter and I say wow crazy to him so Osimhen na ba kura de ne obehu na yire na achepa ko na yire ne de on fa Gala ni agro tige gundo gan so de a buy no yes
okay
yes
yamrai na yana teacher Sulasi Kosia Balanchi. Kojo Obin on Facebook was say Aki and Popo won't allow any competent MD or GM to work that. Kojo Obin on the piano on Facebook. Stidoff Nana Kwame. Big ups, guys. Watching you live from the Empire State of New York City. Keep it with your great sports. Shout out to my man, Born Again and Sam Tama. Stidoff Nana Kwame on Facebook. Good. Yenhwe na yenhwe senior boating edie. Was say ask them stop the talk Kotoko NCC matter there. Has is dead. Ha ha ha. Okay, the akane na senior boating. Mfensi wa onya kakra. When we compare the economy and standard of living, do we limit it to our culture and whatever Balfour is saying? how do you adapt someone blah 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 blah. Okay, yanko yenimwe na yanhwe de to aso. Teacher Solo, I am here waiting. Hey, ayina ba fa so na o ka se abon se na BJ fast de ne diaba. Aha. The akosi aba se teacher Solo, I'm here waiting for the fella. Ada o ka so the fella beba ne. Kojo obe o se Kotoko jesi no die your friend no agidebi. Hey, mo so die. Me die me kra die ha well. O se Ghana League by second round na aye Tremame League. Ene betting kwa. Okay, good. Kojo edie eno no. Yen this side na o se Pochettino. Tree no diom bebia abrabo no bebia abrabo na ko wie no. Okay, Kojo pin edie eno no. Okay, yanku yenim kakra Kojo na am say manya de be 3 or 4. Daniel Amponsa watching you live from UK, North London, Enfield. And I watch yen Eddie Efre. It's Aki and Popostel at Has. Hey, Assemble Kra in the okay, Nedia on also Eddie Abba and no. Ti Yemra na Yemetwaso from this side. Na Yemeshe. Cause we know Eka say Blasters of Ghana. Astorme na ha sa about 4:15 ti say kra de one more baba yara no ma hyehyɛ omo ho a mo gina so bo adwuma dika na ye 5 na 5:30 na ombe bia man central for no 5 on nti na next 10 minutes ombe jagum e de man central for bisibisa a welcome wo mo de omo bia no mo musa Thomas Tepati ne nuanom na omo nyi ya no we nyina no ye hyeya eta hotel say on Thursday 4 p.m. at the same venue Baba Yara, Ghana, Ebebo, Angola. Na we are on the 9th, Yakob Morocco, Akoshia, Niger. Enti Shishano, say na etie. Ene, Yabaya Kakra, Eoho, na Yashre Sedia and 70 Eba, na Pedro Concalves, and a head coach for Angola, na Wakasa, Ekakra. Yabashe, na Yedi and Semono. Edi abetwaso ne abetie Samba Onel or say in the next 4 days Ghana League near fiti ase no they are ready. Ebe how readiness the team is. Edi kaka show omo hyehyɛ ya omo wo Cape Coast na ye de no so de aba na yaba behwe the free Delali anku adiama ho eba production team ni de mugidi se pe anatomy ne mba me o maye no na dia obetumi obeba biem enti moma yenhwe na yemfa eno emeto aso ewo zaka kwaba tino jozo obi afan nyame adom so ho ye de sure honorable former youth and sports minister. Was it Tino read Damenyes love letter to Kuntumpo? I don't let it be aba. Sa ne make wada rumaminya letter ne die na kala jimendu na ibisa se Damenya love letter bi ye Kuntumpo ho yen read bi. Situno read Damenyes love letter to Kuntumpo. And he Ebiana. Surprised if anybody will write. Asabo. Yeah. So anka omfa moye na yehu the content if sure betting aka be kan ba here de yensan kan ni let it be a free affair saying the menyawa eko no Kuntumpo nti bia na omo de a omo fa me ya be kan aha sanity o let na omo fam ro so please don't read ni nyina ye eno so obia kofi And I bet you read and don't read. Na me nya empo na my anatomy be am tisi see idea. E ban pa fe ne ye kwetena se ahwe se.
O me say ye ni mpo ne akan. Ye ni bi.
David.
And so omu wa.
E bia diaspora for no nya omu de wo ho dia.
O do omu fa ma yes so ye hwem say say ye kan ye be kan. So nti no unso omo so dia na omo saka nyama ntentem pa nti ye bia na omo saka ne sanka ya ye hwede me firi aba so
so no o twwa dwe so se kona kohwe
Zach na o monitor blasters kakra
and so far the mob do I think say obi so bia na ba so and bia say obia na aba and preparation minimum time on be training in there
4:30 to start
4:30
na 5 no be atom for central 4
okay send them say at some be there ma media supporters and everyone be be there mo bia na obehwe bi but if watch na ko na be strictly so champion na mandatory you know nti no na
ba for rewura so you be say I have a copy as you read here as you okay what the young enim
seminar no fa say o me number me so one number
hey because ya yiri yo
mensaka me de mensaka me de
hey
mensaka me de enti me download
o de wi a
me download omunya so ama me akonya se wait me read enti no me internet wa fa na download so enti no market me bia ne obia akrofi yen saka afedi ya yewro me saka ya
but enka ya yin hu ayi nti chana ne de no beba
it depends on the content no
say afeni e behwe
but
yes family ne ntum nti
a letter from NCC chairman to the IMC chairman Jibo Jibo Tino there's nothing bigger than this letter. I mean, I don't know drew 80% into there's nothing
production team
there's nothing bigger than NCC chairman letter akoma IMC chairman so you know ye mate for a shop was a we manya nkrata no yenya nyende nsaka and you know the can say yeah, I'm sure say this letter will close the chapter on.
Okay.
So
so do
because course over the week
network na ya na sio emayo
until maybe media no it is on the letterhead of the National Circles Council. Hey, 4 pages
ish.
4 pages. I say heading no before I remember heading no. Constitution of a new 5-member election committee by the interim management committee chairman of the Asante Kotoko Sporting Club. We and a heading no. After briefing my reps in relation to the meeting held on Thursday 29th August 2024 at the National House of Chiefs, Mensha Palace, under your leadership to deliberate on issues relating to the constitution of a new 5-member election committee to initiate new modalities towards the organization of the election of the new NCC chairman adverse to the NCC's legally mandated standing National Elections Committee. You requested that my office nominate 2 persons to serve on the 5-member committee you intended to form.
Intended.
And I know my can name say because fast because they are challenging the when is challenging the but for not to profit my man was watching me say
now for go so kan but o dey kan ka wo kan na ka me so for room
so
anti tino ma mimpia ma ba fo ansa na me to so be bia ba fo ewu ba fo hari okay nti me pia ma ba fo ewu nti tino me be to so biom nti tino first paragraph no tie ni yo. It seems they are saying something here that I think they say my attention go. I say after briefing my reps in relation to the meeting held on Thursday 29th August 2024.
I said briefing by my reps. NCC chairman lecturer. I don't know briefing the reps because one committee.
No, I say after briefing by my reps.
Briefing no.
Aha.
One committee.
In relation to the meeting Menchia Palace under your leadership to deliberate on issues relating to the constitution of new 5-member election committee to initiate new modalities towards the organization of election of a new NCC chairman averse to the NCC's averse to the NCC's legally mandated standing elections committee. You requested that my office nominate 2 persons to serve on the 5-member committee you intended to form. Just say what to say? I want to say the IMC chairman is intending to form a 5-member committee. So Mumbai Abra Omo NCC no ewo omo already legally constituted election committees on omo hwa about one.
Yes, dear. Na night and the legally.
This is the first paragraph. My apologies. Obi be kasa no my apologies bafo. My apologies. Tino Zawuti. I strongly disagree with this unfortunate decision that intends to subvert the authority of the NCC and the National Delegate Congress, which is the highest decision-making body of the NCC. Me pacho. Yeah, dear. We strongly, yeah, sa audition yenjin tum because the opposite way no ene ekono emra no entally enti yenjin tum. Article 19 section 1-4 of the National Circus Council Constitution states as follows. 1. The election of the National Executive Chairman shall be held every 4 years. The Elections Committee shall per a letter notify Congress and all delegates 3 months before the end of the 4-year term of office of the outgoing chairman. The date and venue for the election shall be decided by the National Elections Committee. The National Elections Committee shall give notice inviting applications for members for nominations to contest the office of the National Executive Chairman of the National Circus Council and shall specify the closing date for applications, which shall not be more than 2 months to the holding of the election. Acknowledging the aforestated article, I wish to make the following statement to clarify the issues and your intended purpose. 1. Tino, that all processes in respect of organizing the NCC chairmanship elections were duly initiated and 2 members picked nomination forms in the person of Mr. Benjamin Obensechere and Mr. Robert Osei Asibe respectively to contest the chairmanship positions after nominations were opened and closed accordingly. 2. However, it is extremely shocking to divulge that after nominations were opened and closed, the Ashanti Regional Chairman, Mr. Alexander Asaremenu, in his bid to attain the parochial interest of he and his cronies, decided to petition the chief of staff of the Menchia Palace to halt the process because he alleged the chairman does not have the mastery to organize elections because my tenure of office has expired, when actually the tenure of office has not elapsed and was still working within my remaining 3 months mandate at the time of this inconsequential petition. 3. You agree with me that based on the petition, the chief of staff constituted a 3-member committee led by the Amokomhene Nana Edu Mensah Asare to investigate this unsubstantiated claim, but till date the NCC had not been copied the investigative report for the past 8 months to peruse its findings and recommendations as courtesy demands to enable the NCC run the election as mandated by our governing constitution. It is, however, important to note that due to the sensitive nature of administering the NCC, the interim management committee, that is IMC chairman, directed my office to remain at post to help ensure the Asante Kotoko Sporting Club was placed in a better position on the Ghana Premier League table, a task I had perfectly undertaken. 5. For the records, it is highly important to mention that the contribution of my leadership were the best ever in record times. For the records, it is highly important to mention that the contributions of my leadership were the best ever. And I the best, or say the best ever. The contribution, the best ever in record times for the progressive development of our dearest club and support base. It is unfortunate to know that your leadership, having been aware of all these happenings, would call a meeting 2 days after a press statement by the chairman of the Ashanti Regional Circus Council to discuss the formation of a new 5-member election committee without finishing the NCC, the investigative report, which was the basis of halting the national chairmanship election process. Permit me to draw your attention to Article 25, Clause 10, Section 1 and 2 of the National Elections Committee. It states the following. 1. The National Elections Committee shall conduct and supervise all regional circles elections and shall also conduct and supervise the national chairmanship election. 2. The Election Commission of Ghana, together with the National Elections Committee, shall conduct and supervise the national chairmanship election. Per the Constitution, only the National Elections Committee is legally mandated to organize all elections of the NCC and also has a jurisdiction to determine the number of persons to be appointed as members of the committee and not any other body. With the greatest of respect, your actions and decisions are unfair and highly biased against my dedicated services to help steer the affairs of our great club. The National Elections Committee of the NCC has organized 3 successful regional elections, circles chairmanship elections under my stewardship, including the Asante Regional Chairmanship elections, and is capable of spearheading the national chairmanship elections as has always been the case. I would like to bring your attention a similar procedure in the previous elections where the current Ashanti Regional Chairman, Mr. Alexander Asare, was declared the winner despite the Executive Committee initial decision to cancel the electoral process and allow fresh nominations. The Ankobia Hene Bafo Kwame Kusi revoked this decision and allow the election process to proceed without accepting new nominees. I kindly request that you exercise the same. What would you? Okay. Boy. I kindly request that you exercise the same wisdom in ruling on our current situation to enhance peace, unity, and harmony among the rank and file of the club. On 26 November 2023, whilst nominations were open for interested parties to pick and file their nomination forms, some patrons of the National Circus Council issued a directive calling for the disregard of the election process of the NCC. This development prompted some well-meaning patrons of the NCC to address the issue and urge all interest parties who wish to contest the post to file their nominations. As stated earlier, after nominations were open and closed, only 2 candidates filed their nomination to contest this all-important position of the NCC. It is therefore dispiriting of you to ignore all the happening and instead interested in constituting a new election committee without prior notice to the NCC and Congress. Finally, I wish to emphatically divulge that I, Christopher Demenya, the NCC chairman, cherished, adored, and valued the club with my life, blood, body, and soul. I am Kotoko, and I shall continue to contribute my quota towards the development of the club. As such, I implore your distinguished office to ensure that the NCC constitution is adhered to and the best practices and decisions devoid of biasness is observed towards the resolution of this impasse to re-energize leadership of our supporters towards the progress of the club. I also urge you to allow the standing legally mandated National Elections Committee of the NCC to carry out its functions accordingly without any interference in order to arrest any future damaging precedents that may inimical to the club's development. It is again my request that you allow the chief of staff of the Mensha Palace to first release the Amakomhine 3-member committee report before proceeding to organize the chairmanship elections by the National Elections Committee as Constitution demands. Long live Asante Kotoko, long live National Circus Council, long live Otumfo II. Thank you. Signed, Christopher Demenya, Executive Chairman. Copied, the Chief of Staff, Mensha Palace, Amakomhine 3-member committee, National Council, National Executive Council, Regional Circus Council Chairman, coordinators, Mr. Benjamin Oben Sechere, and Mr. Robert Osei ACB.
Medase Kofi Zakitu we best do hore bako. Timakla jimendu ya love letter no yensa ka bi na ensantwom na o se boss me hu se yensa ka bi. Nanso power na efri someto ho bae anopa no ane gina mu. Ya de a eka yen topics ne ho ya boss de de a kire mo. Na emum yen yemie bi mu wa ha nti yara mo twa bi long live Asante Kotoko. Uwie we ya long live Kotoko na we. So chole to we ya we na kwese nkama popa na ke betwe. Nti ukasa Kotoko long live me hu ma bi free ba no. But ni nyina ya mo ma influence wo same mo mra na mo ma wo bo we suma me ho. Na yenhwe blasters in town na me no ka say 5:13 sabe nya no omone Central Fugusu AD enkomo nti yebem hunu ne efri ho eba na yetie de Pedro Concabes ede etudwa Samba Onel enso ede ensem atudwa me nkrofu yerade na ya behwe de e free delali di no so eba ene awie na Boshaba Electricals enra ye bie solar fan no so kire me nti uhia bi ye yakwawie so ITD hia sa nyema na wia na ebu no me ya mane mongu kwa we no betima use for light awia ne bo a wo de fasim keke you dum light ya betima use a na ebo nyunu nkofo be wonder na den na fan na ebo wo dem be dum light nyina no solar fan nti solar light by solar fan is out but modern na bra prisons what about obeba no obenya cables nyina bi chandelier corner light wall light ceiling light gate light nyina no eka ho ema enyema etimi eye kama nti no yenko edum PZ opposite Kejetia market edum Boshaba building prisons what about ne yaba antiata akofo ne dan no emu da Frank Tugamo Rechemo munyina Antonio mo squad ne hyehyɛ opa 0322 030 838 na chese nyama de danakwem faith baba kan ho nsam nemum amuzu galibites bomodem na ebi nkofie ho emame na ebobodem ema moja no wurowura ni pedua mu flow yi papa cholesterol more na atai ni pedua no emu odonso no flow no enye pressure no de bia say kosra ni yemani gina abrane ema bie wani ma wani hunu ade kama wo kan ade a wo mre mo am ho nsuo no agina no mema asam na mekan mo nso anna ho ayemo den na afei ne nyina mu amakoti infection bi no uhia amozu garlic bitters na wo de yi saade no akwa ade afuru bi eto do bia no okwa bodi no na pebi 0247 7767 43 OP wallpapers me pese ye bie kwan mu na afei ye ba 3D wallpapers, beds and lamps, ring lights, blank curtains, plastic wardrobes, air diffusers, flowers, wall clocks, water fountain, that game inside an Akosiadma building on the first floor. Mo amone na kronom no kronom market first floor and also ubenyano honomo 0540 353 750. Diamede ba no perfect scan and body therapy. Medical culture say pimple stretch marks na so benta tu ni akra no se free ni pedua no we nyina no emfidi pa na de ye sunsun so bia eni akire mo bi mu so benya ayi bia wa akire da bibia ni akire o so sleme ugina ntade ni mu afataw o so wafuno ye flat na bibia so kama na bibia no etimi akoso 0553 312911 nti same yentie Pedro Gongaves inti ensemwa wade atudwa after say Angola the charter flight eba no wakasa dia fa game ayebon on Thursday no emra na imeti ensam de dinkan.
It's the beginning of the journey to achieve the AFCON. I think all the countries in Africa want to be there in Morocco. So in the end of the 6 journeys, we get the ticket for Morocco. But in the first journey we have in front a big challenge. But we are growing and we believe we can pass with points in Ghana. This is our job, this is our mentality, and for sure we will try our best. Everybody watching the news about the pitch. In the last time, unfortunately, we lost in the last play of the match. But the atmosphere, it was wonderful. Well, the people in the stands didn't push for us, but I appreciate because everybody applauded the match. It was excited. But really, yes, I'm care about the pitch. But I listened that all the crew are working a lot for recover the pitch, and I think is good for the both teams because they like to play football. We also like to play football. Ghana national teams have players from high level, so we must to have a good pitch to play. The first national team in Angola.
Okay.
Actually, I think I'm the second one in Africa. Most time along in the job. I think only with plus years than me. I think it was Cissé from Senegal. We have a plan. In our plan, in our mentality, we want to be part of the biggest countries in football in Africa. So if you have that in your mentality, you want to play football and defront the better teams. It's not a question about afraid. It's a question about challenge yourself to play with the better team. So for sure, play with Ghana for us is wonderful because Ghana is the third one in Africa.
Good. Inti Pedro Congaves and Ayatin and Canada. I expected today. Blaster said him can already a training ever baba yara yentie samba unel or say season is about to start and am I ready and confidence ahead of the upcoming GPL?
I'm ready and we are ready to start the league. The first thing, when you change the environment, is difficult, but as we are to come to Asante Kotoko, it will be like something easy because the way they will treat you and everything, that will make you like you are holding in that country. We are so confident on us we are ready to start this league. As you know, Ghana Premier League is very tough. The league is the level is very high. So every day and every time you have to push hard and to make yourself, I can say, proud every day, every moment. That's why I want to fight every day. So the league is very, very tough.
Expectation out there for us this season is to do very well and win the league.
And all of them, they are good. They are good. They are very good teams. So all the time they are fighting. So we have to be prepared all the time. Sometimes yes, but they are tactical is good and they are more aggressive too.
Good. Inti yadwe Ebeka has a folk a story no say menyanti wonkana mamemra ho.
Blasters is in town.
Good.
Yeah, Blasters is in town now. And also I'm training no more. The first 30 minutes, no coaching him per se, obe open it to the public. After the 30 minutes, obe mo be after the 30 minutes, obe mo be na dia Kenya na tia to us. Na over common etiawa. On say enra na players dodo na ewo Accra Sports Stadium na endorso. Inti ene no nya close to 20 players or so. Cause for my best of knowledge, omo aka omo say aka Jordan Ayew. Jordan and by na Elisha Owusu so by. And from what I'm picking, Jordan beats me at Drugana and about 10 p.m. Which means that will be Drew Accra at 10. Menyesha also beats me about Kumasi. First of all, under no circumstance would they risk. Jordan said, Mekane. It's all more than a car, Debbie. The best thing will be a flight, and a flight, and also that will be tomorrow morning. So from all indication of it appears that Jordan Babi drew Ochanopa. Maybe Jordan might have one training section with the team. Because Ochanopa training back up. They're likely so be one. Na game na baso Thursday as to whether the coach will start him based on one training section will be a different conversation altogether. But Jordan in Drew. Inti team no coach no when say no be any drills ne kakra. Also ochina so no be media briefing. Inti there might be people around. Inti ka coach no say normally ka Blasters so first training no mo be to the public. But time no they were boss no. Inti ene no menyan tie say nkofo we chiri pa. Nse nim say Kumasi dey as usual. Blasters be duru dia. Amanfo be bodom pimti. Me say nkofo we chiri based on me news am pick. Inti ne krakra ne be so ye be 45 minutes bia na ne will be atum na amanfo akogire ma hwe bia normal bomb nsema ma Blasters na ne ahe over. It's not an easy hurdle. I don't say. I see it missing from near see from ye. Na AFCON qualifies no. Yeah, to ni say group we na Sudan wo no ho. Tianya better because ye ni Sudan match na nkasa kra won the permutations a da ye ni ma yen kan wie. nti Angola match of I saw the win twa to say to na Niger no so no ko bɔ neutral venue waka na gu
as Morocco
nti bɛbɔ 2 matches now kuta 6 then you want to wait me relax it na o ka say o be battery fie na bi na green drobia of Ayemboa nti that is what we are all hoping for say a bit missing from on say blasters whatever they need and they are provided with on say pass no the fan crime road no so be duru Kumase e be train team no na players na far flight e share bass no on say we have special treatment you can question it bet me aka one say but over mrante ni baby o mu free ba no o mu say ye kwan ya so ne nyina nam de ba de du baby a say calf nhihye mu mpo no say club be free Africa ba no ba be bobo Kumase so the for flight now do Kumase up a bass man nti me who the issue with that particular angle ne bebre ba sali sumu nyina ba nti e be hwe send you betime eden o be dituma no we dey even say na say na ni o chena nti e more finishing touches form no the from team no ba ya as a national team na ya more of strategy game reading any rules ba Kumase ya Prempe airport o be duru Kumase no nti e more of game reading ne tactics no and I will share mrantie no based on our form of woman, then you deploy a system for them to operate around. But it's not an easy game. An easy game. Angola, a bit me a hard game.
Sure.
Last Angola, in your slim win on. No, Chris shooting. It's Chris shooting last minute. And yet, better.
Madagascar.
Oh, and then we have some nyana and Niama me kai match ba ku bi so Niama ni Kudus bi so ye last minute magic bi e de ma yen nti over Blasters fever no efro chine ko bon se ebo Thursday no be duru stadium no omomba be duru na odi awokra wonya ba bi eden engina nti let's wish them all the best and see how best offer ebetimi asi from how to folk managing director nem come on say or address family issues offer say they ain't justify them means and upana danger man e kan ho asem na in an ideal situation the absence of one person should not collapse the system can the papa mu a esi ahihye pillars na duru ba bi say the papa ako efrim
enwiringu
na okoje na home a enwiringu
sure
ba here ha no have we developed the system now for say the absence of MD and cause any catastrophe biara? I say when I have questions ni free ba no say a bit me agina mu yie ma o matimi ahye 3 year na because of a menu nim sa afin clubs mienu a ejaguo mu chema ansa na ebebo bo ne has ne kotoko no they cannot repeat last season's performance this season. Last season has to for first match or lose you. That was against RTU. This season when you baseke wa Accra offer. Nkunimdie. Now say nkunimdie ne ba. Obi enka MD na semo. But if I'm telling you say has both first game no. Na baseka of free division 1. Etim be yire has a di nya draw bia. And December. Say last season Kotoko draw against Out of Lions. But the argument was that Ogumi new. IMC new. Enti hit ne by Bambasa. But how to folk team we watara atena ho. And odi o ma pre-season. MD by and watena ho bi. And if you don't start war, you have limited excuses. Ghana hano. Once abroche no ball no, you lose a man you lose a sitting hard. Casimiro. Ghana hano. Club lose a kakoka MDU. And I over refi. And I am ponsati baby Kotoko.
And you
Ebe lusu. You see I say on then an angle foka. They were talking about an iron ponsa. Around guys are audio no. Say wama players ko wama embela ko. But administratively, and yes you nkwane take a decision. As a board approve when you are dealing with an asset of a club. Players your asset into your tonwa board approve. But how na eboni din? Ni ebona na yamponsa din. Because sani hanasani ye no. Whether it is right or not, that is something ye wa ha. Enya sa katogo afede. Ka nyoma bebre house lusu aye mboni din. Ara ke be boni din. House lusu a ni ebo alaji aka bi din. Ni ebo Vincent so odote ebo nya utama kludin. Of umbo 2 and umbo 3. But that is the system. People raise questions about the off the field decisions that were taken regarding the development of the club. Inti has MD ne de of obetimi atena ho. But the has starting no bobaseke. Na ntimi ankeke a people will ask questions. And is the system strong enough to operate without the MD? It's a big question. Now, Samba so epia bigum Samba epia bigum say or confident and omo ready for the season over. Ready there, they should be ready. Unse me kan house no. Me ka chose Kotoko so kan ho. Over. Kotoko edwuma no so. Yeah, edwuma no so. Afi udi nkomo komedi ama anya agro no mudi watakwa no. Sama test for no. E wo no so gu omanum no. Omenya self belief so betimi asa yebiem. Brekum Chelsea ni beche mufo na ya yen hyeda mfa ani nto omo so. But ombema good start. Omo na ya na issue na kwa
finfini ho ne na wie ye no.
Hu de be ye na wadu su 2 ne 3 bia to aso na. Aha, aye gongura mo si be wie ni wadi 3rd 4th bi. But I'm telling you say mediama for facility now for my end. Omo target ni Africa no person de kobo. You want because omo feel say Africa no mo boko do group stage. Ali mo ba Kumasi ni ade.
Say hwa.
Sa facility bia.
Komo mboklo pa.
Komo
mbe sosika.
But ya say kombe sa dia Jessica. Mun say ke be bie ke be makuru na 2 pon. Ti facility no ma ye no. Over. Last season at a point. Danger have a report say no master teaching try some test akwem. Last season na enya ntinsi ye no. On match no ne some test ko bon wan te won se. Na fi on be start foforo. Over nti clubs no mienu no. Has no Kotoko no ngina ye. Kotoko first game against Karela Makase. Okobo na amfa na oba. Instantly pressure bad boys no so on the first game of Baba. That is the disadvantage of the away game if you lose. But the advantage is Ukosha. Ni pebe bano. A doors because also team na free Kumasi kakra. And no steady a matches ne Kroman Shadam Bobu Kumasi yo. Omobo Accra. Omobo Takwa. Hohoi. And a Cape Coast. Team na Nkasan. Yo players ni bua. Kotoko tete in one kwada kwaja at time and no me training na ohu ne da. Kotoko tete afo se ne hu abeta mo ani Emmanuel entry. Samba ne crowd for kasa no kura nipa se na ehu no omo ba nkwa adakwa ja no mehu no enti se wetimi kona wo se Karela na bo se kai last season o mienu olusu ni nyina afi wakose so for they should be ready na nyame adoma Asante o munsi form ye na ma Asante Kotoko no ye dey enti tu power.
Okay, me da say anoko danger ho na Zaki letter na wa na danger emra Danger.
Over. Yes, Black Stars. Now they are in town. If you say still no. Now if you are not paneba, then euphoria no. As far as the game, na from Kakrabati. Rightly so because on say omuni hanomo ena na ombe di ombe so no one crime. Ti sia omo wura Kumasi mu. If you say if you nwumre yi ko ya akopem o channel pankopem na nwumre no. Afi no euphoria no on the game no ebe build it up ahead of Thursday Senebeya do so a game that SSC it me win. I think it's the first match of the qualifiers no and it's a with me a sha na edwagina yi na fi what oko away no akoko subsequent matches na abebo no this group is an interesting one because we happen to have an executive committee member who coaches one of the countries na a group ni no. So, it's a very interesting and a tricky one. And it comes with a whole lot of things. On say a man for bidumpo, if you say a bayanke maniko janchain, a bayakana yin fears, a whole lot of things now they are a backo, but I don't the day no like you can the end justify the means. So how Ghana you bet me and navigate your way through no and are very important. Enti yes starting on Thursday we are think we are Niger and so it means say Thursday no when you good results you Niger honum na uti na konya a win or a draw crana not just say oh build it or points no now odi hwe bia wo do hu bekwa kogina. So it's a game that bibi kakra surprising me kakra because both Jordan and Ishaku nyina bo the same team say Ishaku is in town. Jordan is yet to join the team. Minim se obi anya ebia communicate bia echere se ebia bibi nti obe delay anase se o man so a because I'm a bit worried because say omo nyina fi England the same team Leicester ho no mo nyina omo one has joined the team, one is yet to join the team, and you don't know.
So Jordan and Cherry until be na finishing touches to be unveiling crab about so.
Normally in the Basa no either no we crowd the club no when we say bia your coach no and I say authorities no be Jordan will be arriving late because ABS said on say the supporters will be asking questions, especially Yebeko training grounds yakohena on Kahumbi. And the media will be asking questions but where is Jordan? Because say me kan yi time of the journey say obo match and I'm Jordan obo match Leicester obo match Leicester obo match Jordan obo match Leicester obo match Leicester nti
2 league matches. First, second game of
the Carabao Cup was a week or
something. Premier League over 3 matches. First match no, boy as a Crystal Palace player.
Yeah, no Crystal.
And our second match no, as Leicester player, but second half. And our cup game. And our last weekend.
Into okay. Unless Ebia or some Ebia no could be kakra bi as a injury bi an home fan kakra. Ebia na ehia say koye bibi oba ansa no waba. I mean some sort of explanation would do. So yes, a lot of questions will come up and idea. The one says he was raising a very important issue. Say Jordan, yes, so what we do and Ben no 9 p.m. Obviously, on to do 9 p.m. Now you're flying straight to Kumasi, and he has a family in Accra. So obviously, Obedu Obi Obaka Defi, and some of the channel power at the number and all that. So on side the city, and you know, Obi Beka Bika Catcher, and now you so Yeniano, or Baba Bekan, who you're part of the team. Now Obi render the services Nadia, the Senebeya, and Confon Fiasie, and Conco. Speculate a whole create a whole lot of things now. But
after we begin so be speculate because when you call up when you call up na on my idea ebia the club no mu na enya eno no we dey I think say yen concentrate to mo ba na ho
so remember their club no cannot hold him
na me say na Jordan so when you call up then be sin kwan say obedile as on dey ono kwa de ne pe ba ene ebia club
that's what make him can dey pass
but so we say club no tin sin kwan
Leicester there say once obo matches on prior na bibia okay no Leicester cannot hold him any further from time as I'm releasing or no until na make us say only Fatai Isaku nyina na ho Fatai Isaku is now with the team until penifona say the FA no ye ha no na asese o maka bibi kire echitafo no say oh ye nua no o meka ye ho due to ABCD kama we say din na bibia akoda kama ankoma ankreti for speculations as man na make nyina
afro ko yanim fa ba yi biso so na da kamera
but yeah expect say they will sell a good game expect say Blasters be share offer there has to focus issues no ho ye didn't come on chen ebi wo ho no ma untimi meka e wa abonten based upon ebia de obi aka go asoma na say ina de but say wo twetwene nkakra na wo kasi ani a more a picture of groom a more a picture that I just say any could be honomo because the rally for what I have been told meaning in Kasainti and then I've tried at make bombardings I think you been for interview cry. I spoke to some of the office secretary guys on secretary to answer you know say when we want to talk to him Promise Media Promise Broadcasting either or the power of Promise TV we want to talk to him because at least supporters know what a person who season send has he come last season ankoye areshemu nkran hyesem bi some sort of encouragement bi na ya clear lines say na ye kono ye just ni kura be ba say because offer me sure say we supporters no e bi bisa na has yes no na has tell the has yes no which your man on busa you want to tell them something but me mean carry because me need idea bia a bit when we nyina no be fi omo hono na bed and but there are some certain players I said there's no clarity on their stay with the club ni sa no all these things nanka ya clear no when say emu ada ho focus no then the MD calls on the supporters and say send your last season kwaye no season we here mo nyina mo meka ye ho na ye nsomu ne ye mpega has oak tree in fancy hall na ye nyina ye mpushi na enkonkan na de to ye no anto ye bim na has mfa ne ntuma pefa as de ye boni dia eye se onu obi ehia no wo hye no has de boni dia na ye se oje trophies has de boni dia wo chere the bobbing and the pabini of Africa. Those are the things that you want to this west you want to hear them from leadership from the top. And then you know ya my abe clear say board ndi omo eye policies ni ompom ba bi ntina sikasa ne ba omo ndi omo nkopes kan famla na omo ti administrative part of the club no and lead this normal way mo and he said 4 days to the commencement of the league na say these things no you it doesn't seem like it's coming obi wo ho be worried na no team no call sorry St Mary's wo Akotolante ofa MDNS would do manim do kompoko sofu ponsam mass of bomb mo hira wo mo he was not there. You will be worried. And I know say Friday ombeko Swalaba sorry ombeko Newtown you'll be worried. But what I say Friday ombeko mosque chief imam you will be worried. Them this is the one who is supposed to be leading this. So only one man do mo kwa man here. We say empire nazi ekosire inshira MD ni ho na yenya has board members iba ko no dia no de kwa then this kwa ba fo se ko ujankwenti na bia na de na zakito mo ko to ka so board members ba ko me mo obi adi o it doesn't matter say yes and the thing you o for yes board for mo your policy formulators and mo your financiers even we kwa say we dey mini board for administratively ba ko betuma die ni mo dia ko so ko de ba for then here am di wo o say yeah kwa sorry has sorry na ya say na dia ma sorry na da because before so ko na do say ya ma sorry no ya de ma mo da then consequence no ye kwa na opanyina odi animu na on na ekrama ne bo no na odi akobo entifu ni wapejafo ho wo ko no ba fo ni ho no nti wodi ache samenza se samenya ne mo ba mi ntimi ba mo nyo se we be ko so ndi no ani yaso ya na 4 days here be start league no na SMDC okosra ne budabusu me and now we obi ka chem so was strike big deal be for House of Folk na oba wo de be ba so thank God glory this is what we want to hear. Na ni jaba what you say oba was oh no ya make announcement as of folk anyway mo say some your partners we your sponsors we say because that is why we want to na akwai say enkwai say de bia no set up a finance team no ye per say nya clear direction na afei house ko be ya kɔ na wo to a wo betuma to amana yeye sanu ma we mbi say ne ye pese yehu enti wo fade wo kan de nkamatin kamagia tum na so yeso edi nkomo wo nchen kakra wo tietie nchen kwa nkomo na odi ndem wo betumi de ababa de na wo kwasa sorry de ho no ofa nkomo na edi nchen kakra kan wo tietie nyina na de am hyeche kakra aba say ya I the bia pese yesu more than the believe so has no money asem omo da bi omo de kata ba be bank say ya yetu futugu nkofo ani em di no e busuasa and mind you yes I say kasa say yesu akwa yesu ayade we de omo de she ho no is family issues who knows family issues na bia say obed for you know okwa solving way ye anu de won timi nche no chinchin ya ba fo mabusuo mu nsam so na na ba wa na me boa good into okwa bia na situation no permit no say nne chen ya wo mra ba fo today na o say chinchin ya yes chinchin league ni best tinti wa ma onya busuo ni nto ya bi obi an kan say ya o mbe yi anu ka kire wiase nyina say ye ntwe say aka be 4 days to go ya o mbe ka kire wiase nyina say busuo asem ti o tene na chi kakra no na omo ade dato so say da say de obeba no da ne du no amano maka so busuo asem no enti no e bia mo say da say da maka so oba no na ka say ko enra adwada ho enti enen kwa na betwante mo ye mad enenche ade Wednesday when you extended the Thursday you extended 3 days 4 days 1 week be no nanka chita for na kuma to because musuro of who say na otina say na solo ni wo ye exercise bi say or hear from the time atobe ba ye no head duration each MD elastic of it calls for concern so what the solo exercise no be ye no so the betu 20 dia and they am hihye ba and as see the AC no na say apps abeda ho no say abesen ekum no e dem hihye ba but me de in all no me mpaibo and de me titie no pese me de no ya adwuma mo say e bia na MD no na bia na oba no na osudo so puo bia boss say somehow don't say na try hit baby na fe no house of folk no kwere anya saa na akwaye na no de ni bi of ambato so what you say anya saa because na tititi no just hunsam wom player sign hunsam wom say adwuma no ye no secretary to kra say ehonye friendly fama no na say nipa bi no jeje baby na say ehu but eno de say wadaro ma wo say nya ya wo de no beto ho na ya twen no den ya so wo ha before kwesiada ana of ambato say kwesiada so no family nti o ma
na be di wona emu ya den dia still na won't mention no minim de family na ko but the margin na ebu ebia situation enye there be onya entra ho it could be some ko you to go be 5 matches ko wia sa obi aduma sa ba ko na wo ko fele chinya o ga se ebusu ense be wo ko fele chinya na chi be jante no de ba for so bo ni wi ma no kama no so bo o say oh I know ense mu ma wo de o so bu to ba ni ya but on de okodo wi ma so wo de Ghana ya okay me da say ba for
secretary de also me kan ho
dabi
matumura obi asu de ba yan kan
o say
obi asu de ba
dabi ni pese ye kan letter ni keke na
se ya ko ba ni sa no obi a de tim bia foforo de ba yan kan
dabi be kan mo dabi ye be kan say ya kan ya
un say we supporters a mu tie program ni
ye be kan say ye be kan
twe ya bi su say yan kan yo
aha ni kan mo mo nti ba fo unim
na say unim say kai ye bi
dabi yem
yo kai pensa
o say de bia am ta ka de bia say ai kotokoni tio kotokoni atamfo ba bia kotokoni no na yom ho atamfo aka me ba me ka sembi aka na fo enan na league ni be start ye hwe de IMC panyin ka yo chama ye wa Christopher de Mayazi dabi hu gaga omo betwe ma so ntie nyai no mo ntwo mo de wa akire na yenso yen kan de na wiye na league no say anko ya in the end no supporters no so mo man so na no mo twe no e na ko fa ne de ba ntie no de aha se de anapa boss players mu amanko ho no sa na me suma sere mu nti Zach odawo na yinwe
the one say na me ma cha no pa they should take note say we tell truth to certain individuals one pa
fantastic
the truth na yen ka say yen kan wa so just that na fi say
yes
yen jaw mo na ehunhia so but this letter I know say there will be reaction.
Sure.
Say truth is that yen kan okre some of the wedding no enye good
no make kana
enye good communication especially when it is ultra mapenyi so
ya penyin bia o e be background ni free no
entino
like enko
I think na me aduma one thing that ye be mom ya awareness say ochanopa
sure
we address some elements in the letter ne akano krachere nkofo binum
very good
so na be ya you know there will be peace no be a move so
I like that peace in the end
ye be hu adwuma ye be hu adwuma tino has no menim nipa obetimi aba ye has team ni yo serious o listen we team a ofie since I took you by
Zach sorry over obi afem sisi say MD aba
oh thank God
o say MD what town
thank God
no kwade ntoko no me ku no
obetimi akra nko ntwa me we dey evidence based on amakano we dey
o say
Sami amode sami be yaduma be confirm sisi anti obi de abere sami so koye ni de aba
mi musa le so em ya satam kokko no amu nke ma ne kasa no ono aka se on na aka se MD otan
I will go catch okay ti Zach o de to so
you see me why the beer has seems to go by CEO MD issues
ba me ba o say we ndeke ko fa ba ye MD ala ko yese o ma bi ma yese yeso aba o ti enka enfa no he na no so yan to ala wo hwe fi ba bi aba
anye waba no on buy no put me interested you see obai clearly there are people things omu so because a dean profile na or the buyer no the expectation was that he is coming to change a lot of things. But still now, the same old stories. Nothing has changed. So, the same old stories now. Now, people are asking questions. Say,
like,
is it that on capable enough.
And I am Ansabi Sunumu.
And Ansabi Sunumu. Because these two questions are being asked because now in a place here meeting national. You go and see Elijah can be stay in the meeting. Meanwhile, we have been told say I'm at say on come you.
I don't board member be more.
I was on the day. This is engineer to be mine. But me say Andrechi ya place he la we no close here the place he has been Elijah can be was sitting in the meeting.
Say the back say MD ni jai negotiations in here.
You understand?
So somebody will have to do it.
No, in the meeting na satan na MD ni yanko you.
I know unko but no jai.
No not meeting no be. In that meeting na on place no.
No yanko okay.
MD no. Elijah can be Obano.
Okay.
So NNM so one other person on team. It's like there's a problem with structure. Has team anymore. You see that say we are showing say on capable competent enough. And I say promise radio. Yes,
what's it there no me know that's a team B.
Players na omuno team no negotiation. They don't move ever cancel contract akono. Ebi to say ayi money players me na team ni mpem na person mo job mo kan no omo ko negotiations apart ways no the MD Alaja can be FY and other staff no omo trans meeting no eti you say esa na the people are making other arguments say maybe the MD also for say your money in adwuma and already there is a year dawa say any crow say any crow say ya dey seems to be by ya kan say wow baby ya na mo nya adwuma whoever you are o ma kan o as any crow say any crow we cannot confirm it here but ade na bontia ne say enem si won ne MD ababia no oba akiem popo will not allow you to work. Enti ama because look at so already about twice and we about twice.
Yeah, the second.
How about twice? Neil Armstrong. So the car bro for the any kofa papa say ono USA MLS na mo bono o kan mo panyimfo no den no ye CEO na ono na draw the MLS ni one in McNunan. You understand? Ye kofa no ba ye say papa we onim dia wo de aboa ma MLS ni A2 mpon no fa be bo House of Folk e so ba ya na ajugon Frederick Moore Bobo the same stories we be acting Jonas Jani e be acting kakra ana on so koye then nana Jembibi the ono wo media no Jembibi on so ba ye Bobo ye hu de kwesi ye enti o hwe the chronicles of CEOs ni MDs are omaba is it that system na any good enough or friendly for some pain for omaba and I said pain for na ebia at the time of sourcing a friend is pain for who say oh they are good omaba no meant na because honestly if you look at the profile of Nkofoya Womudin look at Makununan yes MLS no na where then they on my MLS no dey netum pon na then MLS panyidi na enimde nyina eba House of Folk ayi eti I think that we should start thinking about how because see Tino House of Folk are just one decision getting one decision right from becoming great again. Now, Nyama has iron no infrastructure and all those things that has to be invested in no. Tino, all they need now is a stable administration. Stable administration that would trickle down to playing body and technical team. If House of Folk get this right, listen, I beg didn't say any club in Ghana you can match them. And no matter where I am, they are just one decision making.
I'm ready.
Getting administration right.
Yes.
Because when administration right, I never take her down to the technical team and playing body. Getting resource.
Africa, Africa,
Ghana team.
Ghana, watching go for the dada.
Team play no. And I tell you,
and also now can you be bashu you. I don't know when you're writing company.
Yeah, my
and I need to form it my yes, I need to Ghana.
And imagine I'm interested because Nipa before Yakofa, Yafuyaba, Yakofa Bocheniaba, Yakofa way, you don't want bar and fa adenti.
But the good news is the man is in town, and then the bar for Kayano production team is well. I will say, or ban or the Robert Shen. No, they are making contacts, but according to me, some they went me report it or buy or also aqua office Eden Hawkwatcher say, Naniadum or Bantia Channel, said the Moka and best at Jumana, and about 2 Jumanaso. I can best at as I feel best at it. About 2 Jumaso, na Bibia Aquan can say, well, would be true and Ankama Facoso. Ose.
What threat not and the way you want to at home.
Or buy, treasure weapon.
Okay, what is
it? So now, I by me, to be a child, be a
that is good news. Definitely, Rob, and people will be expecting changes.
Okay, changes like.
As on said, you find over bed here. I said, will you be? Ask MD over then why. Oh, yeah, I know behind the scenes, you putting things in place, but the above one thing a day.
League started for this time. I don't know. Person going.
Like how club and Kasana as an MD. What are the visible changes after so taking over? Can we talk about something to represent him after so by 4 months of our own media? Into our banner on the Kajem.
Okay. 0536 161 607 0201 941 461. And another Martin Kase monitoring from Opuasi, Mayancha and Nenumre. Some of you just wanna. Okay, 0536 161 607 0201 941 461. Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Many about you,
Bajapano Pamadan Kwamka Plata.
Kwame Adama Mamentire.
With the Damasi Kotoko player no Samba. Yeah, I some of the people are not the Papa. You could quality players, but is that the players? No, there is some of the same canane. Omodo Preseason in the game at the Bobo Legion na at the Legion. And I have a for the Arabia say Omokoka Ndiba and get family issue or call maybe. And that they say they to be what a better Omokoka can whether they are happy the
sure. Madam, that's a family. Yamisha Mauniam Rebe. Hello, good evening. Hello. Samyam so when you're ready, young corners line 0536 161 607 0201 941 461. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Tino.
Many about you, Quachiniana. Oh, okay. Madam, I mean, you.
Tino, and you made it. They say, may can't have the same caca. Just say hi, you bet.
Hello. Some am say we free so nti. Minia. Hello.
Plan wa buy so the Vinicius Junior na Mbappe na you know. Mesra na o susu ya to ai na Ghana na oban.
Okay. Mate. Yo, Minia me da say. Yeah, for on this line. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, darling boy. Let's say.
Nana me say why you para boss here?
Obosi boko boni bi ani a me cha na abeja fo nyina.
Obi ajo so.
And you made the American blaster them. Kudu saba.
Kudu saba.
Yeah. Ono de sia de ono e gan ye ni o. Ye ni ko sia no nti. Wa amadi anaka wa hai wa badia obema ye ni agi ya wada. Nti ya wada sia Ghana supporters Asante ma ye nyina ye kota blaster ji. Yetimisha Angola for Yetimisha bear 3. Because last time a ball you know I can't boom NDC MPP you know I need to boom what you say. You move your name to Basta Winia, Tabum Bagana, the second of Franco, but you got to go himself, you know. Normally, you have 50 matches near dealing to the South of the young cabin. Normally, Yamae.
Matilana.
Come on,
Yo, I'm in Castle. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Minia.
I'm a person of Indiana that in another time because I feel some cafe.
Yo, that's it.
The bomb basso pan, see the same moment, look at it, bit in a minute, papa, the bomb basso, the bomb basso, the same Musa has to be so already started, no say.
But I say,
has to look. I think it's almost a say.
That be what I will ma. And say the other ma. Kebesh mama.
And then it will say you for food.
Why?
Yo,
that's a familiar. Yes, I may back just for 30 seconds. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
When you are ready, Bonitonian Quay Fachame.
I made a man for your man to make a free battle for that.
Yo.
And Mugasa Bepa has to cook for the just supporters. Who can't sit in house of football, nobody said, and Fakrao. And a matter of division, one for a funny thing. Academy because any media free player the way. Maybe this house of against some relegation. Me, the make a set of when it's offered in us from the house of